Stay away from drugs, kids. All right.
Yeah.
Stay away from drugs.
No, I feel you, but you can't lie shit. But I just know that cocaine's a bad drug. Kids.
Everything.
Yeah, don't do
Kids
drugs.
and adults. I don't give a shit if you're 40 or 50. He's like, all right, we done talking about the women. Let's eat them bitches.
I
keep
plugged
looking
it out.
at him.
I did a plug out.
Yeah.
We eating now. I'm taking one.
Yeah.
No.
I like it though. It's
Tacos
really
don't
good.
need water now.
But like it's crazy because I've had a lot of spicy things. In my adult life, bro, I have learned to love food, bro. Like you're not out doing drugs or doing anything like that. You're at home eating, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like that is my drug now. Like
I wish I could say the same thing.
Dude,
I stopped doing drugs. I got diabetes.
Yeah, right.
Eat food.
Now, this episode has been sponsored by Creature Apparel. Adhere to your weird.
This the Buffalo experience, I know that you be hearing this. If you never heard of it, you must be delirious. Tapping if you're serious, we working if you're curious. Experience in Buffalo, sit down and enjoy the show. This the Buffalo experience. Yeah, I know that you be hearing this. It's a pocket. This the Buffalo experience. Yeah, I know that you be hearing this.
This is the Buffalo Experience Podcast. My name is Mo Teeks.
I'm rolling with Big Dave.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Projekt Rizzo.
And I'm Chin Boy.
Hey. Hell yeah. It's good to have you boys in.
Yo, thanks for having us, man.
Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for having
For
us.
sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
We've been actually talking about this one for a minute too, because it's been, been in the works.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Rizzo pulled some strings. We're not going to talk about what's going to be coming up for the podcast, but
things in the works.
Bro definitely pull some strings for the 2 episodes afterwards. So
Absolutely,
we
man.
appreciate you, bro. So the
doubt.
least we could do is have you boys on here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess the first thing I would ask is, what is your guys' relationship? You guys been knowing each other for a while.
I've known this man's my whole life, dude.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
Since
like-
toddlers, dude.
Really?
Like,
Literally
third grade,
riding-
dude. He was in my class, and then he got hit by a truck, and then he got held back 2 years.
Yeah,
So it's
Because,
like,
wait, you got held
yeah.
back because you got hit by a truck?
That's
Yeah.
true story, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
No shit.
literally, I
Wait,
remember
what?
riding the bus with this man for, bro.
Yeah.
Back in like 2006 or 7, I was me and my sister, we stole my mom's food stamp card, and actually, I was riding a stolen bike too.
Yeah.
And we went back. I don't know if you guys remember. It was Wilson Farms.
Oh,
back
yeah.
in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Wilson Farms. It's 7-Eleven now, but it was Wilson Farms. And me and my sister, we went to go get Lunchables. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
you know, and then I accidentally crossed the wrong street. My sister's like, no, it's this way. And I went to go and didn't look both ways. Got smacked by a Ford pickup truck.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I was in the hospital for a pretty long time. Fractured my skull.
Holy
I woke
shit.
up on scene, bro. Like,
Did you-
on scene.
Oh damn. So you like went out when he hit you.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
yeah,
I was out cold. I guess I don't know if you guys are familiar with the city of Tonawanda, but right where the post office is, you got like Morgan Street or Broad Street, like up that way. The bike literally slid from Wilson Farms, like the one side from Wilson Farms, all the way down the street.
Damn.
And then the person tried taking off, and then ended up actually coming back. So
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
They
it
almost
was-
left a kid on the street. They
Yeah,
don't know if
almost
they killed you.
crazy.
it was almost a hit and run, but there were so many witnesses. So yeah.
Damn.
No,
That's
dude
crazy.
disappeared for mad
crazy.
long, and then I saw him, and I was like, "What the hell happened?"
I just
to
want to
you?
know, like, you imagine hitting somebody and then you drive away and you're like,
Dog, he's still getting bad karma to this
Nah.
day.
I'm pretty
oh,
sure there
yeah,
were
he's
people there.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
How old
that's
were you?
wild.
Yeah, I was about like 8 or 9 years old, dude.
Bro, almost. He don't even know if he
Damn.
killed you.
Yeah,
Right.
bro. It was bad.
So he didn't get charged because he came back and was like, "Oh my god."
I don't know what. Actually, I think like I ended up getting a settlement check out of it, but I think what they conducted their investigation. It was my fault. So he didn't do any jail. If he would have left and not come back, like yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up still getting some money out of it. So you know,
Hey,
it
there we-
worked. It worked out, I guess.
Silver
if you want to
lining
put it
and
that way,
everything.
but
yeah.
He said, "I met my best friend after that." Right.
Yeah.
Wait. So how'd you guys meet though? Like how did you meet?
Mullen School.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
Mullen
yeah.
School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
so I started at Mullen, and then after I fractured my skull, I was like, they put me in a different school to like rehabilitate myself, and so it was called Riverview.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was in like I don't know, what do they call them, like 3-to-1s, or you got like 3 teachers.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
like-
saying?
oh,
So
yeah.
like the
IEP
extra
kind of
help,
thing.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But like over time and over
Yeah.
like maturity and stuff like that, like I got out of all that and
Okay.
was able to.
So you actually had like some like effects on your brain. And
Absolutely,
shit like
yeah. Like I
Damn.
completely lost all memory of the like year before. So like all the third grade stuff that I learned, because we were like really early into fourth grade. Like it was still September.
Damn.
So they're like, yo, instead of having him go back and just like let's just put him back in third grade, let him relearn everything, so that way it's
And then
at the end of the day, I needed it. I forgot
Yeah.
everything.
Oh
so,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Bro.
it
know
was
what I
like
mean?
I was
Yeah,
in
that's
5th
crazy.
grade and he was put in 3rd for some reason. So
Yeah.
it's like that's where the gap was. I didn't see him for mad long because of the accident. I didn't even know.
Right. Like, oh, you were still at Mullen. They put me in a
Yeah.
different school too. So, but we ended up reconnecting, bro. And like, he's just been my boy ever since I could remember, man. Like, I've been in fights in school and everything like that. Win or lose, it didn't matter. He was next, bro. Like I remember, I fought this kid, John Ritter, back in high school. And after school, he caught him on the street, bro. He's like, all right, he's squaring up with boy. He's like, all right, what it is then? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got Rizzo, but you got me next. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's always been down to ride ever since
Hell
day
yeah.
one, bro. But
Oh yeah, no, that's dope.
yeah,
That's dope.
That's
You got to
fire.
look out for the people, your people when you get them.
Yeah.
absolutely.
You only get
Ain't
so
got a
many
lot.
real ass people in your life. So
Yeah.
no, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, now you boys do music together.
Yeah,
So and you guys do like pretty much all your shows. I know you do pretty much together.
absolutely. Yeah.
So that's fire, you know.
It's just like when you start somewhere and you've just been doing it so long with somebody, it just like, and then when you get to like that next level, like it kind of calms your nerves down and stuff too, because he's like, yo, we've been here before.
Yeah, especially
It's like you stick to your gut, stick to what you know and what you do best, and then you're just gonna knock it out of the park every single time. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Oh yeah.
like we've done shows with the likes of Montana 300, Ritz, Caskey. You know what I mean? I could go on, bro, but like it's like
Yeah,
you get
I
them
went to your
butterflies.
token,
but-
the token.
yeah, token.
Show.
Yeah, you
that
went
shit was
to that.
fire.
Yeah, that was
That shit
dope.
was
There was a
fire.
lot of people there. At
Yeah,
the
that was
Buffalo Ironworks, right?
it was Ironworks.
Yeah,
Because that venue's fire too.
right.
Like honestly, that's probably I've never performed there, but that's probably like my favorite stage. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like.
nice.
Like
They got really good sound quality too.
yeah.
You know, like a lot of the times, like even if you got like quiet backing vocals, a lot of the venues that I've ever experienced, it's just like, yo, it feels like you're screaming into the mic to try to like, and then you're just running out of breath, and it just
That's how it
doesn't
was
sound
last
good.
time
You
in
know,
Montage.
Why is it
Yeah.
like so hard to get a good like sound guy at shows?
because
I
we're not famous yet.
Yeah. I don't.
You know what I'm saying? You
understand
don't get a whole
I-
hour to try to play
Right.
with your vocals.
Yeah. Nah,
know.
it's
you
ridiculous.
think it would take that long though? Like I feel like you could probably do it in 5 minutes,
Right.
realistically.
Right.
At the end of the day,
Maybe-
all they're
I
really
mean, I don't
doing,
know.
you
I'm
know,
not a-
like they're just adjust the volume, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like if the
that's what
track's
I'm
too
saying.
loud, turn that shit down. The mic's too quiet, turn that shit up.
a little
be
too much
scre-
bass, maybe.
Or they
maybe
be turning
dial it
the
back.
track down too much, and then
Yeah.
the track is super quiet.
Like, oh, you're clipping.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's like, nah, clip that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, turn that
Blow
shit
their
up.
eardrums.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
like you guys remember, like we just did the Rich show. Like you were there. Like the dude started me and didn't even have my levels ready yet. He's like,
Yeah.
the house isn't even playing yet. Like, why isn't it playing yet?
Right.
yeah.
They had Taco's microphone was all the way turned down.
Yeah.
Like it was just
No,
ridiculous.
I had to
know
hand off my mic because it was the sounding the best and
Yeah.
shit. You know what
And
I
like
mean?
for somebody like a lot of people don't know, like you put a lot, and I mean a lot of money into becoming it like to almost do anything music related.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you get put on a show with like big name talent, 9 out of 10 times you're paying for that slot.
Mm-hmm.
So for
Yeah,
you to pay the
that's-
amount of money that we're paying for that slot for not to even have things ready for locals,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like a kick in the
Hell
dick.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
Like, come on,
blatantly
man.
disrespectful.
You be
That's-
paying like at
that's-
least 500 for a slot.
That's
Yeah.
the thing that
Yeah.
that got me because I'm like, I started going to shows like a lot with him, so like I didn't really like have like the background like perspective of a lot of these shows until I started going with Motifs, and it kind of opened my eyes because I'm sitting there and he's telling me about like the shit you got to do to get on stage. You got to pay all this money just to show up to a place that's like might not even have anybody there, and shitty sound guy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You can't have anything on the stage. You can't.
And really, that's it. That's why we do it, is because you're relying on the star power of who the headliner is to draw people out, and that's
Well,
why we're
that's-
performing. We want to make new fans.
Like,
that's
You know what
why.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
That's
for
why I
sure.
think it's it's definitely like it puts a lot of shit into perspective when you see a lot of these like artists like out touring and shit and like trying to make a name for themselves, because you really don't realize it. Like from my perspective, like not being like an artist like out trying to make a name for myself, I didn't realize like how much, like obviously you gotta invest if you're gonna like become a musician or anything, you know what I mean? You gotta do promotion, you gotta do shows, you gotta like do all that shit. But
Absolutely.
like I didn't realize like how much, like, and that's not even really like.
And if you want to continue projects, you got to make big sacrifices to keep that momentum going. It's a hard toil. Like,
just kind of opened my eyes to that situation, because like if you're not an artist or like no artist, you don't understand that. Like you really, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody really talks about like how much they paid like a year just to be on different shows, to like be around like bigger artists or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could easily spend like several $1,000s a year just
they literally have
just
too.
for that.
I've literally at one point you boys opened up for like I feel like at least 4 people, and it's a minimum of like 600 per slot. And you ain't talking about the shirts that you buy. I know you be throwing money into music videos, so you paying like anywhere from $400 to $600 a music video,
Right.
and then you trying to promote that video.
Yeah.
So you're like, damn, I should probably throw a couple bucks at that.
And I'm
to
a
try
fucking landscaper.
Yeah, it's tough out here, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? None of us, like, we all artists, and like we get by. We do what we gotta do.
Right.
But, man,
Like I know, like you rap yourself, so you obviously know, but like it's the same thing with the podcast stuff too.
Yeah.
Like it costs money to like do almost
Yeah,
anything.
that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? In the media world, so it's definitely crazy, but
getting past that hump really gives you like a surmounting success feeling, though. It's like getting past that shit after you like worried about it. It's like, why not keep going? That's the only feeling I do it. Getting on stage with major artists that I've been listening to, like Litz in Montana. That's like that's the fuel that gets me to get on that tour stage, or that one track we make that gets a radio hit or something like that.
right. And like that was big for me because like obviously like my early childhood, like I grew up, I did a lot of my growing up in the city of Tonawanda, and we got Montana 300 at Stamps,
Right.
bro. So like for me, I'm like, yo, this is literally my backyard. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then like I was like, yo, I told the promoter, I was like, I don't care what I gotta do. I was like, I want to get on this show. What do I gotta like? He's like, yeah, it comes with a price. You know what I'm saying? It comes with a price. It always does. So
yeah, for sure, bro. I missed that show, unfortunately.
Did you?
Yeah,
I couldn't remember if you were there.
I've never seen Montana live, bro.
Yeah,
because he came. You opened for him in Rochester, right? Or did you or no?
No, I don't think I did. No,
We
not
done
in
Did
Did
Rochester.
he do it?
in
Didn't he do a
Rochester.
show in Rochester? Though,
I'm pretty
Montana?
sure. Yeah, I'm
like
pretty sure
just
he's done.
recently, or maybe he's got.
Yeah,
one
no.
coming
He
up?
did. He did.
Like just like a month ago, right?
Yeah,
Or this month.
Yeah, it was recent or it's upcoming. But
I got asked to go on that, but we don't got to talk about details on that.
Yeah,
I was just kind of like, I totally would do it, bro, but I just whatever, bro. It's Rochester. It's tough. It's hard for us to get our local fan, because that's what our fan base is. It's local right now.
Right.
So trying to get all your local people, and it's like the same people. So you hitting up the same people, and you feel bad because you're like, they're probably gonna pay me, but it's like, you're trying to put on a special show for them.
One thing I will say though is like this last Rich show that me and him just did. Coming in, like there was this like really really like loyal Ritz fan, and he's like I remember him from the last ones. But like when we came back, he's like, "Yo, Projekt Rizzo and Chimboy, what's good?" Like they remembered us. So it's like
from the last show.
Yeah, so like when you get things like that, it's like okay, like even though it's like one person or if it's 2 people, at least people are remembering.
Yeah,
and
dude greeted us right outside the door when we walked
and
up.
like
That
you're
makes
not
you
for
feel
everybody.
good.
You're not,
for sure. You're no matter what you do, there's gonna have people that just don't like you or don't for you. Yeah.
Did you see him in the crowd where you were on stage?
Yeah,
he was
he was
front row.
front row.
You seen him like vibing
there.
out to boys and
He's
shit?
vibing
Yeah,
out
that's
to
a good
us,
feeling.
stayed there the whole
Bro,
time.
I would take one fan like that over like 20 fans that really don't care, but they're just kind of riding the cock a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll take someone like that who genuinely likes with the music.
Hell yeah.
With the stage presence and all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's cool, bro. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I with what you boys are doing, man. And I for your music too.
Yeah, I
We
appreciate
definitely got to link up some
Appreciate
of your
that.
music, and We're gonna get into the new shit coming out soon.
Yeah,
We'll talk
yeah.
about that. But
I wanted to know was like, how long have you actually been doing music? This goes for both of y'all. How long have y'all actually been doing music? And,
Yo,
like,
so
putting
I've
shit out
actually,
and, like-
listen, I've been dabbling with music probably since I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, right? But then when me and him reconnected back in, what was it, middle school, high school?
What do you mean dabbling? You like
we always
freestyle
used to
shit?
like write along lines
Yeah.
and like, you know, you scratch the pen, beat the
But I
drum,
was
yeah,
never,
shit,
you know what I mean? It
Oh,
wasn't,
yeah.
it wasn't ever like
Dabbling
going to, like,
around,
I didn't know
we didn't want to
where
be
to start to
rappers.
get into a
Yeah.
studio or
Yeah.
get studio time or where to, like, I didn't know any of that up until like later on. But
and
like,
then you guys kind of like, is that like, so when y'all reunited, was that when you like started like,
so I got a funny story about this. When we clicked back up in school, I didn't know that originally that he still had interest in music.
yeah.
And there was a talent show coming up.
oh shit.
So I'm like, yo, you trying to do this talent show with me? He's like, yo, you still be rapping? I'm like, yeah, that's how we like, oh shit, we're still doing music. Like, and I actually don't think we ended up doing the talent show.
Yeah.
But
That shit's nerve-wracking when you're young as hell.
Yeah, and then
Or you're
he-
like 13,
At
14.
school, no.
I think he was actually he started laying down tracks before me though. He had this the song, it's called The First Chapter, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
doing that. It was like little boom.
Literally
bap
the
shit,
whole
you know what I
school
mean?
was bumping it,
Yeah,
dude. Like
right,
the
right.
whole entire school. Like in Tonawanda, it's a smaller school, so and like when you got more of the popular dudes coming out making music, like oh everybody's gonna bump. They did like 1,000 views in like 2 days. And it was like, that was
Yeah.
big. That was
Oh,
big
that's
for that
really
time.
good. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like
That's huge, bro.
Like, I remember
Capped out,
I,
like 3,000 something.
I hacked into
Damn,
my
yeah.
math teacher's
That's fire.
PA system in her room. I hacked into her PA system. Her name was Miss Knight. She was my
Shout
math
out Miss
teacher.
Knight.
Shout out Miss Knight.
Shout out Miss Knight.
And I started playing the first chapter, and we had the whole class going crazy. She's like, "Turn that shit off."
That shit was cool.
She didn't say shit.
Were you swearing and shit in the song?
Oh yeah,
dude, yeah.
He said, "I'm
Dude, I was a
holding up loud and
badass
burning
kid,
down
dude.
on these
Yeah.
clouds.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I'm aiming at the top, so don't let me shoot you down."
If it's a 716, man, I always got my town, and if my boys go up, then you shouldn't be around.
Oh shit.
Like,
Yeah.
Bro,
like some kid shit. You know what I mean?
No, it's
Having
like-
fun, like
That's literally how like Mac Miller and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Like he just became so well known locally because of that type of
Yeah.
shit. Because he was so young, bro.
yeah,
And he got well known in like the schools and shit.
Right.
And then he just blew up. You know
Yeah,
what I
like,
mean?
and when you get
And
a
that
city to
could have
back
happened
behind
too.
you.
That's the thing. It could have happened. You
Dude,
know
if
what
we
I
kept
mean?
that momentum
it still
going.
can happen, dude. Trust
Yeah.
me. It's just
Yeah.
when you're in school like that. I never like I didn't have the balls to do it when I was that young.
yeah,
So I never like had the balls to like go and freestyle on the bus with everybody.
right.
I knew I could. I just was like, I don't want to up. And, you know, you overthink it and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get past that shit when you're older. Like, damn, I wish I dropped a song like Chin did. You know,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
that
Yep,
would have
yep.
been cool, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because my whole school would have been like maybe a couple people.
Well, I
who
don't know. A
tapped
lot
in.
of people didn't like accept it well. I got backlash for it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know. My close friend group made me feel great about
Yeah.
it. So it's like
Yeah.
I was rocking that shit and I was proud of it.
You know
So
what
that's
though?
all I needed, man.
Even the negative people,
Yeah.
like
Haters gonna hate, man.
Yeah.
listen, man, you gotta earn your haters.
Yeah.
Yo, and
You
I
gotta
really
earn your
think
haters, and you need haters because, man, sometimes your haters will propel you more than anybody
like, yo,
else.
Yeah.
for real.
Oh,
You know
man.
why? Because they'll sit there and they'll get drunk or they'll get up and they're just like talking shit the whole time.
Yeah.
And next
Why
thing
is
you
he
know, they're
there?
like, telling everybody they know about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
right.
mean?
Like you see that
So-
Buffalo Experience podcast, that shit's ass. You're like, no, I never heard of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible. You should watch it.
Next thing you know, next thing you
You
know,
should see the bullshit they talk about.
Yeah.
Hell
Right.
yeah, you should watch it.
right. Next thing you know, all them and all their hater ass friends are all watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
Right.
They're just even if they're laughing at me for being fat or you for being
I-
bald or
shit,
some
I don't
shit.
give a fuck.
Who's
You
a-
can laugh
yeah,
at me
laugh at me
all-
all you.
Listen, if you're doing numbers, you're doing numbers.
Yeah, if you
bro.
watching
Like,
it, laughing
can-
at me, you still watch it.
Any
Yeah,
publicity.
for
That's what
real.
I'm
is
saying.
publicity.
You can
Yeah,
laugh at me
yeah.
all you want. I'm gonna laugh to the bank. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
for real. We be get honestly a
Shit.
lot of our clips, bro. Like the hate is like real. Like the
for
power
real,
lift.
yo,
We,
for real.
we posted the power
They've
lift
been-
clip the third time, and that shit blew up again.
They
that
always
shit
pop
got,
off
like-
on that shit.
it's
They
a-
hate it.
Yeah.
They hate it.
They be like, "Oh, look at these fat pigs sitting
Right.
around talking shit about bodybuilders." And
Yeah,
I'm
they're like, "Yo, who's this fat? Who the
Yeah,
fuck's
we had
this
a
fat guy
pizzeria,
talking
huh?
about
Yeah.
powerlifting?"
like, we talking about food. Like,
Right.
what
Yeah,
the
for
fuck
real.
you
People
mean?
get mad
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
yeah.
dumbest
I'm
things,
fat.
dude.
Right.
Bro, I've been put. Like, listen, in my adult life, bro, I have learned to love food, bro. Like, it's like the best thing that, like, you're not out doing drugs or doing anything like that. You're at home eating, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like that is my drug now. Like
I wish I
yeah.
could say the same thing.
Dude,
When I stopped doing drugs, I got diabetes.
Yeah, right. Now,
Damn,
motherfuckers eating rice cakes all day and
Yeah.
shit, drinking water.
Shit.
You know, that's not funny.
no, it's all right.
Shit. You better
I
get
can
a
have
hobby.
like protein and shit, but I can't
Yeah.
eat sugar. It's just like
So, like,
shouldn't have
so
sugar in it.
honestly,
when he
like-
first told me about that shit, like I didn't really know what I was like, dude, to just go drink some milk and shit. He's like, do you know how much sugar's in milk, bro?
So
I'm like,
much
yo,
sugar
you
in
can't
milk.
even
He had
drink
no
milk,
clue.
bro.
so much sugar. I ain't
Yeah.
had no clue.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, I don't know
That's
what-
crazy.
Hell yeah.
So like these chicken wings, are you able to eat?
Yeah, I'm able to eat those. The only
Well,
thing
because you got the monitor and shit, but
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
be spiking your sugars all the time.
Well, no, see, it's like meat and proteins don't really affect the sugar level that much. It's when
Yeah.
you have like
Carbs
a
and
saucy
sugars.
kind of thing, like sugars and carbs.
Speaking
Because
of these
carbs
chicken
turn to
wings,
sugars,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
Speaking
kind
of-
of.
I'm looking at
I'm
these
probably
things, man.
more worried about these vegetables
Yo,
than the
that
chicken
diet-
wings.
especially carrots. They got a lot of
Yeah,
sugar in them,
yeah.
right?
Bro,
Yeah.
diabetes is crazy.
Yeah.
It is. It is
Yeah.
crazy.
My dad
Bro, we
literally.
gonna have to talk about his shit a little bit, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, I was just like saying, like my dad literally almost lost his foot last year because of
That's
diabetes.
wild.
Jesus,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And like nobody thinks, like everybody thinks, like, oh, diabetes. psh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
Nah,
joked
nah,
about
you're
a
gonna
lot,
lose
but
limbs,
it's
dog.
hell,
like,
bro.
you're
I
gonna-
could've-
I mean,
when
you might
shit-
not.
dude,
I
I
shouldn't
couldn't
say you're gonna
imagine
lose.
dealing with that, man. To
But
be honest.
here's the thing: is if you don't like take care of it, like some people, like my grandmother was the same way. She would just like she was diabetic. She would take like the insulin and shoot herself in the stomach every day. Never checked her levels. Never like wondered what it was at or whatever. Just like shot it and that was it.
She started feeling tingly. She's like, "Oh shit." I
No,
wonder-
she wouldn't even like. No, she would. Maybe she would eat something or something, but that'd be about it.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now technology's so great. Like,
yeah, I'm technically a cyborg, dude. I got the insulin pump on my waist,
Right,
and fucking
yeah.
shit on my arm. It's
Bionic
like
that's how it's
man.
got to be, though, bro.
Yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
it's way easier
Yeah.
than
Can't wait till you black out or some shit.
Yeah, for real.
Just driving my car
Bro.
something like that. God forbid.
Yeah, I mean,
Hell
if
yeah.
you want to talk more about that, we could eat. We'll try some wings, but if you want to talk more about that, your story with that shit's pretty wild, bro.
dude. Yeah,
And he told me
Yeah,
about how he
yeah.
found out he had diabetes. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
How
bro.
did that happen?
I mean, you could tell us if you want.
I mean, if
Go
you're
ahead.
comfortable.
I do.
yeah.
I do the
Rizzo's
snow,
like, I want
snow
wings,
removal
bro.
and
Looking
landscaping
at
and all that
these
shit.
shit.
Hold
like,
on,
yo.
hold on. He's trying to get my.
Sorry.
No,
I
you're
was-
good.
I do like snow removal and landscaping and all that stuff. It's
All
like I do the Bryan and Stratton College New York State Insurance Fund block. It's like Broadway and right by the 33 entrance downtown.
Oh, word.
It's right across the street from Buffalo Charter School. So
Okay.
just to give you an idea where it's at, but I take care of that whole block around. I've been doing this for like the last 9 years,
Oh yeah.
and I felt like horrible. My vision was blurry. My tongue felt like it was Velcro on the top of my mouth, and I was like still working. I just started puking out this black gelatinous mass, and I just, dude, it was horrible. I finished up the sidewalk. I went back to my buddy's house, and
He
I was-
kept working. That's
yeah, but I didn't want, you know what I mean. I
Hell
went
yeah.
back to my buddy's house. I was still throwing up in his toilet. I was trying to like drink like Kool-Aid and all this stuff to like calm myself down. I didn't know what was going on, adding more sugar to my body. And it's like I had to go home, and then my mom thought I was ODing, so she just let me like chill for a little bit,
Yo, what
take
the
a shower.
damn.
But no, I love you, mom. But
But it's true, man.
She
Shout out,
waited
mama.
like 2 hours to call the ambulance fire department. They picked me up, and the next thing I remember, I was in the hospital. So it's just like it was 2 days later, and
Damn.
you got type 1 diabetes, and it's like, well, how you know, just out of nowhere, you're supposed to get this shit when you're a little kid, but. I don't know. I didn't have the best diet, anything like that, and I was doing wild shit.
Yeah,
So-
bro. Like what? It was like alcohol and cocaine for breakfast,
Yeah,
right? And
basically.
then,
I don't want to
Yeah,
get
that'll-
into that. I don't want to get
We
into
could cut that out.
I don't want to get into
He
it.
said,
I mean, you know,
don't
I guess,
shy away from your
No,
story.
I'm not
Chum.
gonna. It's like I went to rehab.
That's seriously, you can cut that out if you want.
It's like a little before that. I went to rehab. It's like the year before I got diabetes. I went to rehab. I tried to stop drinking because I was going down a horrible path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like since we were kids, we've been dabbling with shit. At least me, you know, I've been eating acid, sniffing coke. You know, like the last couple years are the only sober-ish years that I've had. I've had
Yeah.
relapses in the past, but now I'm like down to strictly smoking.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
it's
good.
the only
Ish.
thing
Yeah, like California sober.
You know, I still
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you-
California sober.
No,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
it feels,
yeah.
but I cannot say that I am sober. I don't live a sober lifestyle.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I try to be
Right.
healthier than I was.
You know how hard
You know
it
what
is?
though? That's I
Yeah.
think that's way better because like some people got shit to say, but like shit. I mean, even if you're California sober, you're doing better than
Right.
so.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
At
don't
least
know
you're
why the
shooting
fuck
yourself with
anybody-
insulin and not something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
facts.
real.
Nah, for real, bro. 'cause
Facts.
we
No,
all
that's
know
good to
people
hear.
that have been in, heavy
Yeah.
into that shit and ruined their lives. And
Yeah,
it's
my-
so hard to rebuild after ruining your life for 5-10 years.
And God
of
bless
doing
those
that.
Yeah.
people because all they need is a little help, man.
Right. Right.
No, for real. I have a couple homies that are in recovery right now, and I'm super proud of them, man. And I
Yeah.
hope they never go back, but it's a battle, bro.
Listen,
Yeah.
man,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
I don't mean to scare you or nothing, but like I lost one of my homies like that. Like, he was like doing whatever, and then he got sold like a bag of Fetty. And,
Yep. That's
Yeah.
how it happens, dude.
It's bad, man.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. Stay away
So-
from drugs, kids. All right.
Yeah,
Stay away from drugs.
The Buffalo experience.
that's
Yeah.
the most
the
valuable
message.
pull away that you can get from
Stay
that.
away
you know?
from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I
Coke,
guess-
man. Coke seems like it's fun, man. And I
Not
know white
anymore.
people love Coke and shit.
It's not.
I don't know any black dudes that do blow. I can tell you that
No.
they be looking at white people like, you crazy for sniffing that shit.
I know
You
too
know?
many black people that
Yeah.
do blow. So.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
You do? It's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
because everyone I've ever met, they're like completely like, hell no.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Hell no. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They might do
it's a
mushrooms
a
once in
everybody
while or
drug.
something, But no, I feel you, but you can't lie.
It's-
though.
it's-
Like,
it's-
I don't know, man. You can't. White people are crazy with that shit.
Can't
man.
say I didn't like it. Can't
So
say
like
I
if
didn't
you,
enjoy it.
if you had like a pie graph, you're saying that like half of that would be white folks.
It would definitely be.
Oh, more than half.
Is that more than
Hell
half?
yeah, I would
Yeah.
say it's like 80%. is
Yeah.
white
He said
people.
more than half.
And then there's like the 20% that we don't gotta get into race and shit, but I
Imagine all
just know that from
All the businessmen you don't know.
no, that's
You
for
know?
real though. Just like you run into, bro. I know so many people. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it is what it is. Even
Yo.
cocaine's a bad drug.
Yeah,
Kids,
everything.
Yeah, don't do
kids
drugs.
and adults. I don't give a shit if you're 40 or 50. It's still bad. Got a deviated septum and shit because you've been
Oh
sniffing
my
coke
God.
for 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah. He's like, see? He's like, I got one. Nah.
Let's see
you-
some chicken wings, man.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So we got some chicken. You could tell us
So-
where the wings are from and shit.
Yeah,
Where's,
man. So we scooped them up from Fatmans Pizza. It's if you guys don't know where that is, it's on Niagara Falls Boulevard in like the Amherst, North Tonawanda area. And what we got here, it's called Mum Sauce. It's like the only place in Western New York where you can get it, and we're gonna try it for y'all. Here.
He's like, all right, we done talking about the wings. Now let's eat them bitches.
I
He keep
plugged it
looking
out.
at him. And he,
I did a plug out.
Yeah.
We eating. I'm taking one.
Yeah.
No, let's try them out, man. We're gonna
Let's do
test
this.
these wings out.
Facts.
We're gonna rate the
You
wings
wanna
like
hand
we
me one of those,
normally
bro?
like we
Good
normally
luck,
do.
bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna rate the wings we'll rate it for flavor. Obviously, the temperature's tough because and like crispiness because it's hard to get it right here
Yeah.
Right,
and
right.
be eating it right on camera.
Yeah.
So we just tested based off flavor and everything like that.
Let's
I mean,
do it
they
up.
still crispy, bro. We doing something.
Oh yeah.
Crispy as
You know what I'm
fuck.
saying? So I'm on that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah,
didn't hear
King-
Taco.
Yeah, shout out King Taco. He in the building again.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna get into that later on
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
Yo, that's good. That's like
I wonder if it's called Mom because we all shut up when we started eating.
it's a lot spicier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's
Tacos
really
don't
good.
need water now.
But like it's crazy because I've had a lot of spicy things, but this has got to be one of the most flavorful spicy things I've ever eaten.
Yeah, for sure.
Lemon pepper and barbecue.
What did you say?
Lemon pepper and barbecue is what I think that is.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of like the pepperiness to it rather than like
That's what it
Cajun.
tastes
It's
like.
not like a Cajun hot. It's like
Nah.
no, I mean it's pretty spicy.
Gotta be like a spicy.
Spicy.
It's like a spicy barbecue lemon pepper, dude. I get that.
It look like Taco
Damn.
can't do the heat, bro.
My God, it's pretty good.
It's alright. Woo.
Are they hotter than them suicidal wings from Duff's? I was gonna say I don't know. I think they're hotter. Yeah. That I don't know if you watched that episode where we tried those
But
wings.
these are delicious though. I ain't gonna lie.
Who we tried those wings with? Who was that with the Duff's?
Me, you, Chopper.
Oh, that was a Chopper episode. And we were like, bro, I bought like a half a gallon of milk because I thought we were all gonna die about the suicidal wings.
I saw that episode.
These are hotter, bro, for sure. For sure,
Yeah,
I got
definitely
like a burn in my throat a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
Taco might have to leave.
Those are fire though. Those are good.
Yo, now I got.
Would you say it was
If you need
mama
water, you
sauce?
can go downstairs and grab some water, bro.
Yeah, it's called mum sauce.
All right, let me mum myself again. Hold on.
It's a weird name for that, but it's definitely good.
Oh, that bitch is gonna be something, dog.
Yeah, it's got like that's
that
what I
shit.
said. Like, oh yeah.
Damn.
It's like one of the more flavorful, spicy
It really is like
sauces I've ever tried.
Mm.
And if I have to be honest with you, for like taste and flavor,
Bro, that's like a
get rid of the
fucking 9 out
spice. I'd
10.
have to give that probably a 9 out of a 10 for flavor. For spice, like
Woo!
Wing is fire.
God damn.
I'd say like that, like heat wise, that's like a 7 or 8 for me.
That bitch got some sauce on it. Look at
Yeah.
the sauce leaking off that motherfucker, dude.
Oh yeah, that shit good as hell though, isn't it?
Look at that shit.
That's a good chicken wing.
That whole bite I just took was like that.
Jeff at Fatmans, you're doing your thing over there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
ordering these.
He definitely
doing
did
your
his thing
thing.
on that.
Mhm.
Those will definitely be fire after like a couple brewskis.
Oh, like a Corona or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
A Corona with a lime.
that's like perfect beer wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still eating, man.
Yeah, man. So
It's
anybody
not
looking again,
overpowering.
I'm gonna plug this out one time. Fat Man's Pizza, Niagara Falls Boulevard. Delicious.
I think if I'm gonna what are we rating here? Like what are we actually?
We'll rate spiciness and flavor, right?
The spiciness, it was like I can't get anything like a super high rating because I've had like really spicy shit.
Mm-hmm. It's hard, yeah.
It's definitely spicy. If I'm gonna say like maybe a 6 or a 7
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with a 7 or 8.
because
It's got,
I've
like,
had
that long effect
I've had
almost
like
afterwards.
way spicier
Yeah.
shit, but that was
Mhm.
definitely like my tongue is still burning right now.
Well, I can-
so
My shit had a lot of sauce on it, bro, and I'm burning up right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Because damn,
as far as the flavor goes,
it's hard for me to
awesome.
rate that because
was
that
awesome.
wing was
Yeah.
way
It's
more
not
hotter
like-
than the other one.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
It's definitely an uneven
It's almost
spice.
You
You
ever
know?
get
Oh.
wings and it's like they're doing too much with it?
Yeah.
That's not. That's like perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
spicy, a lot of flavor, but not too much.
Just enough
not too
to
much
enjoy.
going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like you don't gotta do it. Like I said, yeah, for me though, I think flavor wise, I give that a 9 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 because that's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
agree. I agree.
I don't think you can get that taste anywhere else. So like,
And especially fresh, those would be bang.
Bro, it kind of reminded me
hell
of
yeah.
some like spicy like jerk
Yeah.
sauce or something.
Yeah.
Like some Jamaican something.
Like
dude.
a
Yeah.
chicken, yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
I've been to Jamaica one time and I had some real jerk chicken and it had that kick to it and with the chicken and the rice.
Oh yeah, real jerk is fucking
Bro,
spicy.
yeah.
so
I never had
good.
that.
That shit was bomb, bro.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna give that flavor because I like the hot, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm loving this shit
Yeah,
right now.
I'm a
Even though
spicy guy.
I'm
It's
good.
dying,
Oh yeah.
but I'm loving it. I'm gonna give that flavor like a 9.3 out of 10.
Mm.
And I'm not playing with y'all. I don't even know what this place looks like, but I'm gonna give the flavor 9.3, and then I think the hotness. I don't know. I had that second wing, so I'm gonna base it off both wings. Holy shit, my shit's on fire. I'm gonna give it like probably like an 8, man.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
I like the sauciness, so the sauciness really gave me that heat.
Oh yeah.
What about
So-
you, bro?
Definitely a 9 on the flavor, dude. I eat
Mhm.
spicy stuff all the time, so I'm like kind of like used to it. I give it a 5 on the spicy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't. That's just me.
it makes
but
sense though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
It
a
could
good
get hotter.
flavor.
It could get a lot hotter. It could get crazy in here.
Oh,
It's
Like
yeah.
I said,
one.
only place you can get it is at Fat Man's Pizza, Niagara Falls Boulevard.
Shout out Fat Man's Pizza.
That-
man.
that's
For
good
real.
flavor right there.
'Cause
That's
I'll
good
definitely
flavor.
order that. I'll order that sauce. I'm about to order like a pint of that shit and cook it
Right?
on my own chicken.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Doesn't that sound fire? Like
Yeah.
imagine that shit like charred on your grill, like
Yeah.
charred up some chicken.
Hit him up, be like, yo, let me.
I love stopping.
I need
at,
to
like,
buy some
Chevette's
sauce,
I'm
man.
gonna,
place.
need, I'm gonna need a gallon of that shit.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Or imagine smoking a brisket with that shit. Oh, we
Yo,
get
don't
crazy.
even talk to
That
me
might
about briskets right now, dog.
Yo.
The weather has been getting
Mhm.
nice. All I've been thinking about is like, man, I gotta get my smoker back from Adam's house.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
I can't cook.
Bruh.
I can't grill nothing right now. I'm literally like,
Yeah,
Man.
I'm about to wheel that shit over to your house real quick.
Is that-
for you.
Yeah.
I'm in fat man purgatory over
See,
here. dog.
man, you're lucky,
Like,
bro.
I'm-
You're lucky. I just
That's funny.
me and the wife, we were gonna buy a house this year, but with the market and stuff like that, man.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
So
right now.
I have a lot of that stuff. Like I can't even get a smoker where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So
Really?
it's like, yeah. So
Damn.
get that, bro. You have
Oh,
the luxury of
yeah.
having it, bro.
Hell yeah.
But you could get it.
I got
because
two.
his joint. His
I have two
joints-
smokers. So
Yeah, he got the
Yeah.
stack smoker, but
I'm-
his joint,
yeah.
you could get one like his for like probably $30 off market. Someone just
Yeah.
getting rid of it.
Yeah.
His joint's a charcoal one, and it's mad flavorful.
Yeah.
Right.
You just do the charcoal, you wet the chips,
Mhm.
the wood chips,
Yeah.
and you smoke it like that instead of like a normal smoker that's like $500.
Right.
Right.
But you could probably get one off marketplace. Someone just getting rid of it, bro.
For sure. I bet,
Repaint that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
charcoal's the best, bro. When we
Yeah.
did those brisket, I mean, they take a little longer.
it takes like
But-
12 hours,
Mm-hmm.
but it's worth it.
Oh my god,
That's where you got the benefit of owning a house versus having an apartment. I mean,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I like where I live. Don't get me wrong. But
Mhm. Yeah, because you got a nice crib, but you live in like
Yeah.
a duplex though and shit, right?
no, I got to actually. So I'm not gonna tell everybody where exactly.
No,
I'm
you
at.
don't gotta say.
No.
It. You don't gotta say.
Nah,
it.
don't
I'm
dox
over on the
yourself.
island now, and the apartment complex is more of like a luxury style. You know, it comes with a gym, a pool.
Hey,
things like
there
that,
you
know,
go.
it's a nice spot. So,
Fuck yeah.
but
It's a
like
safe spot for
as for
kids, too.
like grilling and all that other stuff, like you can't do that there. You know,
They don't have. They should have like some kind of spot to use.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I haven't really navigated around the whole area. I've just been so busy lately. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Usually, big places like that have like a nice spot you can use too.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
especially with the pool and shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Have you
like,
been? Were you there over the summer at all yet?
No, just
So you
moved
about
in.
to?
That's-
Yeah, you about
that's
to go
the thing.
crazy at the pool.
You might
bro.
not
Yeah.
even like. They could have like a whole big ass grill setup. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right, right.
Yeah.
Like
Could.
usually places like that have like legit setups for everything. They got like a pool area and like.
And if not, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna
You
have
know
my
what I mean?
cookouts, bro. I got a big
Yeah.
family. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Oh,
I got
yeah.
a lot of people who do have their own
Yo.
houses. So
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Speaking of family, I keep forgetting about this, but I'm glad you mentioned that. Your last name's Rizzo, right?
yes,
Okay. I grew up on the east side. I went to Catholic school, like right around here.
Mhm.
The dude that like ran the Catholic school, like the school part or whatever for us kids,
mm-hmm.
his last name was Rizzo. We used to call him Mr. Rizzo.
Mm-hmm.
He was I don't want to talk shit, but he's like he's a big dude. He's a big
Right,
dude. You know what I
right.
mean? I couldn't tell like, where his chin starts. If that lets you know. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but that's just what it was.
He's asking if
But
you got any
that's-
fat family.
Do you,
members.
does that ring
I
a
got
bell?
heavy
Is that
family.
nobody?
I got heavy family members, but I'll cut you short, bro. Like
Is any
No.
of them like in the church, like Catholic
No,
church and shit?
no. And like even the Rizzo's, like the Italian restaurant, I was like, yo, are you have any relation or own that? Like no. Like
Yeah.
my biological father,
you got a pretty
real
common
piece of
last
shit,
name,
but
too,
like he
it's-
he was actually adopted and obtained the Rizzo. So like that the adoptive family that he has, I don't really know too much of them.
yeah.
So like it's either I don't know. Or,
Wait, so you say
or no.
your dad was adopted?
Yeah, he was adopted. He's actually from I think
My mom was adopted.
his
too.
biological father, I'm pretty sure, was a soldier from Germany
Okay.
and ended up impregnating whoever, and he went back. And then I think it was that like she didn't want to keep it or something like that. So my grandfather ended up adopting him, and
No
that's
shit.
where I got the name Rizzo from him. Real Italian family, like
Yeah.
like I do tap into my roots sometimes. Like there's a lot of stories. Like we'll get into my childhood and stuff like that. But my grandfather was heavy in the mob. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. He's had spaghetti dinners with John Gotti.
Hey,
Like
there you go.
you know what I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's a bar.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's literally a bar in one of your
It's-
songs.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's and I know some crazy individuals, man.
Oh yeah.
I know some crazy people. So
I feel like you gotta know some crazy people.
you got to, bro.
You have to. You can't if you don't know crazy people, bro. Like you're not living.
right, right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Shout out to the crazy folks.
Yeah, shout out to crazy people.
I like to
man.
keep it real chill now. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I have no choice but to.
Yeah.
I'll be just chilling.
Hell yeah. It's always like a crazy person too, and you're chilling. You're like, and there'll be like the chill people, chillest people,
Mhm.
and then like you get like a hater or something, something pops off, and you're like, yo,
Yeah, they go right from
You
1
want me
to
to
10.
slap him?
They completely skip 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You'd
Yeah,
be like,
for
I
real.
brought the blade. I'm like,
real.
whoa, it doesn't have
For
to
real.
go there.
Yeah,
It don't ever gotta go there, but hey,
Nah.
sometimes
I literally,
it does.
so
Right.
I, you know, I got a couple friends that are like that. Like one of my boys just kind of comes to mind, like crazy, weird, like not everybody's cup of tea, but like the type of dude I know. I'm in another room. Somebody says something sideways about me, like will slap the f- out of you, like
Facts.
without hesitation,
Yeah.
and probably
I know.
record it. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like you asked this kid right here. I used to be crazy,
hell yeah.
but like not like crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But like me and him were walking up Delaware Street in the city of Tonawanda before, and this dude looked at me wrong, and like we ended up fighting on his front
no
porch
reason,
For
bro.
no reason,
Some
bro.
grown ass man got beat up by a little kid.
Yo, I was like 14,
I will forever
15.
remember this. I was like, what
It
are you
was
doing?
Grown ass man, dude.
Yeah.
And I think he was yelling at. I might have been smoking a cigarette, and I was like young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
he might
I
have
don't,
said some shit, and I was like, "Yo, like,
He heard that,
I
man.
don't do the talking, bro."
Can
you
I
know?
tell you something? I think these new school old people, they're different. They're
They
built
are.
different.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, man, these kids these days, bro, these old people these days are wild.
Mm.
I bounce at a bar in like West Seneca and shit. And literally last night we had this older dude. He's like approaching 60. You know, he was out like celebrating with his daughter, celebrating her 21st birthday, had like his brother and a sister with them. And dude literally goes out to a bar with his family, his kids and shit, and picks a fight with like a 20-something dude, punches him in the face.
Jesus.
And like
Damn.
and like this dude's not like he's not big or nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a pretty small dude, and he picked on like the biggest dude there.
Grandpa's got 16 confirmed.
Yo, bro, I don't.
This fight literally, bro, it was so messed up. It was wild because I'm like, this is something like a kid would do. He picked on the biggest dude there.
Yeah.
He was scrawny as, and he got one hit on this guy. Before I could get there, it was like half a second, and this dude's whole face was already lumped up and
The
leaking.
60-year-old was
crazy.
leaking?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Damn.
I
He was
mean,
probably drunk as shit.
he probably
Well,
threw a
yeah.
punch and said, "Oh, okay." You know, he probably
Mhm.
thought it was going to be way harder than it was. And the dude that he hit was like Forrest Gump. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off, but I'm
No.
I'm generally I'm curious.
yeah,
How much can you bench press, bro?
how much can I bench?
Yeah.
Like my max total.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done a max in a while, but my max was like 2 plates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You look like you big. Bro.
Yeah. I
You've been
can-
hitting the gym for
I
like a year
can't-
now, too.
I can't
Wow.
really bench a whole lot, but I can lift like
Yeah.
I've lifted like almost 800 pounds.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
got.
crazy.
This is how I know, cause I just got a Harley like 4 or 5 months ago, and I bought it with my dad, and my dad's like getting up there in age, so he can't really lift shit. So like we had to load it, and I just remember I had to literally lift the whole thing. He was there just like making sure it doesn't fall over,
Yeah.
but I had to lift like almost an 800-pound bike by myself,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
sitting there. And I hurt myself because it's heavy. Like,
Oh yeah.
You gotta lift
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit a
But-
special way.
but I
yeah.
did it for sure. I could lift damn near like 800 pounds.
Yeah,
That's
that's
wild.
crazy, man. That is
But
crazy.
I will
Yeah.
definitely feel it the next day. For
Yeah,
sure.
That's crazy.
yeah, because when you lifting plates, you kind of just you lifting it in one spot.
that's-
but
yeah.
that
that's
shit
the
you had to
thing, is
lift
like-
up and put somewhere.
Mhm.
Hell
So
yeah.
You're trying to move that weight now.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
where you hurt yourself.
Yeah,
Trying to
hell
move
yeah.
that shit. Yeah. Hell no. Damn, that's crazy.
I always, you know
I
what's
don't even
funny
go
is
to the
I
gym.
always,
No,
I always
I
think
don't
that's
even do the
funny
same, dude.
because
Push-ups at
people,
home.
you're not the first person to say that to me, but I'm literally like, bro, different muscles can be like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I might have like a large, whatever you call it, like this muscle, and other muscle will be like small as.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on like what you're working out. Like when I started, like after the accident and shit, I was just doing the bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like that's embarrassing, big ass dude. I'm over here like moving this bar, like
No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
if you
it's
had
almost
an
like
accident,
rehab in
you
a way.
know?
Like you gotta
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
You gotta start. You gotta
Yeah,
start.
that's
Hell
small.
yeah.
Somewhere, man.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
exactly what it is, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
no. But you know what? That's the funny thing is what I was trying to get to is like People are like, "Oh, let me arm wrestle you." No,
Nah.
bro, my shoulder's torn up. Like,
Bro,
Yeah.
this
I might
motion
look big as
terrible
fuck, but
for your
like
shoulder,
that specific muscle, I have like no strength.
Right.
bro. Hell yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what I was gonna ask you next. So
We kind of
so
get
what are
into
your
like his musical
yeah
inspirations. and
yeah I
shit.
was just thinking that
Hell
so
yeah.
so like what are your musical inspirations when it comes to just music in general? You know, obviously you got into music at a young age, but what was your inspiration to get into it the way you are now?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was for me, it was one song specifically. It was "I'm Going In" by Lil Wayne and Drake. You know,
Hell yeah.
they used to put ice or water in like this thing called Ice Park, the big field, and they turn it into an ice rink.
Yeah.
During the winter times. And I remember when I was like 10, 11, 12, I can't really remember what exact age it was, but I had won an iPod through something.
Oh shit.
So, like, you know, like those iPods that they used to come out with.
Hell yeah.
And I had my sister's boyfriend. My sister's a little older, and I had her boyfriend upload a crap ton of songs onto it. Because I was like, he's got to have good music. Like, I want to be listening to the latest stuff. And I heard that song, bro. I kid you not. I'd be up on there ice skating from the sunset to sun up to sunset. Literally, I'm going in. Like Lil Wayne, I'd have that thing on repeat.
Hell yeah.
And then I just, I would get into more of the, like, I love Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne did it for me.
Well, Lil Wayne's like, you can't, if you listen to rap and you don't like Lil Wayne, like,
Yeah.
Right.
bro, what's wrong with you?
Right. It's,
Especially like at our age, bro.
and then like
Right.
I like that, and I
on.
know who Eminem was before, and like everything like that. But when they collabed and they did, I think it was Drop the World
Right.
Force, or
Oh,
it was,
that shit.
Yeah,
was
Drop
fire,
the
too.
yeah,
World,
it was
yeah,
like
but-
when they started doing that and they were collaborating and stuff, like that really, like, I'm like, yo, like two of my favorite rappers on the same
Yeah.
song, like you didn't think it was gonna happen.
Dude, that whole rebirth.
Oh,
yeah.
I think it was the rebirth from Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Whatever that shit. That whole mixtape was fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
man.
dude.
But,
yeah, we could listen to that shit right now, and I'll
So,
listen
like-
to 20 songs in a row.
All right. And I'm gonna ask both of y'all. So you ready? Top 5 then, because obviously Lil Wayne's,
then or like up until now.
like all time top 5 artists that like inspired you in like songwriting.
Aqua Wu-Tang, heaviest dude.
Hey.
Wu-Tang
I mean, I
all
think
day.
that counts as all 5 artists.
Well, dude, it's like that. I like a lot of classic shit too. Like I get down with Bobby Caldwell, dude. Like a lot of people.
I don't even
a lot of
know who
people.
that
It's,
is.
what
Never
you
heard
wouldn't
of that
do for
ever.
love. Yeah,
I don't even
people
know, man.
that shit.
Oh, when he's
Yeah.
like,
a lot of
I
people.
would do
A lot of people
Like, they know.
A lot of people
I know
they know that
A
shit.
lot of people don't know Bobby Caldwell's a white man. Either.
Wait, wasn't that Meatloaf?
Meatloaf.
He doesn't know who Meatloaf is.
Oh yeah. See, I know who Meatloaf is.
I'm pretty sure that was a Meatloaf song.
I don't really have
Top
favorite
5,
modern
bro.
rappers.
Top 5.
Wait.
It could be
Hold
any
on,
artist,
hold on,
though.
hold on.
You
He
just
didn't even
said two.
finish.
Yeah,
Because you got like a
Wu-Tang,
top 1.
that's a group. Wu-Tang, and then
All right.
that's like
That's
at the
number
top.
1. Yeah.
I like Lil Wayne. I like MF Doom.
Okay.
Twisted Insane.
Never heard of him.
Then who is it? It'll be Litz and Tech Nine.
Word.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
Ritz is in
Yeah.
the top 5, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn,
I
that's
like.
dope.
No, that's nice. That's
That is
nice.
All right. What about you, Rizzo?
I'd probably have to, like, Wayne is my number 1. He's
Hell
the one
yeah.
that made me pick up the pen, man. So I gotta go with Wayne. I love Kendrick Lamar. Like when like his earlier stuff, like I really got behind that.
Oh yeah. You can't.
Swimming pools, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Swimming
that's
pools, man.
facts.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like
He's
that's
got-
another
he's got
song
a
I
lot
had
of
on
classics.
repeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Money trees.
And Logic was good. Logic and I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go with J. Cole. Like
Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen, man, produced by DJ Khaled. Like I used to rock out with that all the time, man. So yeah, it's got to be my top 5 getting into it. If you want to ask me my top 5 now, number 1 I have to go with Millie's. I love Millie's.
I fuck with Millie's,
Yeah,
too.
I've been
Yeah, yeah.
listening to Millie's.
Yeah.
My top 5 favorite right now is probably Millie's, LBL. Probably go with Drake, Lil Baby,
All right.
and I'm gonna go with Eminem just because he's still making music, man. Just because he's still making music, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's dope.
He's been doing his thing still.
For
so
mad long, bro.
Yo, so
like he dropped his first like mixtape that went off in like the 90s, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Like bro has been doing this shit for like 30 something years now. You know, so you
Damn
gotta
near.
respect that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Wayne's been doing it almost as long. You know what I'm saying? Like Wayne had tapes out in the 90s too. It was just he didn't really pop off until
he popped
like
off
the
like
late
the
90s.
early 2000s.
Yeah, bro.
Well, they
Hell
controlled an era, you know.
Oh hell yeah.
And it's crazy because like you obviously you know like Chris Brown the king right now of R&B, right? But like
Wait,
anybody
hold on. What are you talking? We got the king of R&B right there.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm getting at. That's what I was getting at. Is Taco, man. Like, like he's probably like my favorite right now. Like, like right out there. Because like when you think of R&B, you think of Chris Brown. But then like when you know somebody as talented as King Taco, like you just want him to be heard by everybody else.
Yes.
I've been waiting for
you know
that
what I'm saying?
opportunity to say it,
I
though.
agree.
Like
this monkey kid I brought to the Lit show, after he got done healing residuals and all that stuff, we shot the music video outside. He's like, "Oh, how'd you guys discover King Taco and all this stuff?" Like acting like he's a true celebrity and all that stuff. I played it off, but like, dude, he's always asking me. He's like, "When are you gonna make a song with them?" It's like, I already have a song with him. all this crazy shit, dude. It's awesome.
That's something I wanted to get into too. Like me and King Taco, we just did a song. I'm pretty sure you could display it somewhere up here. It's called Residuals. It was shot by Jay Fazo. He did his thing on the music
Shout
video.
out Jay Fazo, man.
Shout out Jay Fazo, man.
Imagine that records.
Hell yeah.
That's
Hell
the
yeah.
boy. That's the boy.
But Taco saying
It's Faisal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
you gotta throw in this little punch.
Oh yeah. For real.
But no, Taco did the hook on that song. I did the verses, but like he's just when I was thinking of an idea for a song, I was like, I want something where like I want somebody to do the hook, but I want it to be like I wanted it to sound industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, does that make any sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Like like and the way he did it and how quick he did it and how he did it at work. Is like he's just the talent that this guy has. Taco, man, make some noise for yourself, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Took lyrics you didn't even write and made them sound 10 times better than I could have ever.
For your song,
like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Nah, bro, that's
I was in the studio when he did that, bro.
what and he did
For
what?
the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, you weren't even here.
No, I wasn't. I
Wait,
wasn't.
what happened? What are you talking about?
When we did I think you were here too when Taco recorded the Switch. That song, The Switch, that he did, and Taco recorded
couldn't
over.
figure out my
he like
tone.
recorded
I might be.
over his hook,
Yeah.
and then we kind of got rid of Chimboy's part, and Taco replaced the hook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a
Couldn't
good
figure
ass
out-
session.
I could
too.
not
That shit was
figure out
bad
the
fun.
tone.
Yeah.
We were just chilling. Like
I think I was here for half of it, but
He came in. He was like, "Nah, bro, you need to do it like this," and came in and just like blessed the track.
I actually think what I was here doing before he got here was the Bomb First freestyle.
Hell yeah.
Vocals for the
Yeah, we
Nova
see-
Vision
I
Bomb
see-
First.
I seen that. That was dope.
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
to
Yeah, shout out Nova Vision.
Shout out Nova
Oh, yeah.
Vision.
oh hell
Yeah.
yeah,
That's my brother since
Yeah.
like I've known that man probably like 10 years now, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
I mean our relationship started rocky, bro. Like you didn't really rock with me at first, but then like as he got to know me as like a person and like, you know, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but like when he got to know me as a person and I got to know him as well, like we just linked or clicked instantly. Like that's my brother, dude. I'll do almost anything for that man.
Yeah, you got a lot of. How many music videos you have shot by Nova? You got at least like 4 or 5.
I got a few. I mean, I had a lot more, but as an artist, as I'm getting better and like I listen to a lot of my old stuff, I just got rid of a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it'd be
So
like that.
he shot pretty much almost all my shit. I just now recently been doing work with Jay Fazo. But you know he's my boy, so I want to get all my homies' business. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
For sure.
And that's just how I operate. Like
That's
if
the way
my
it should
boy
be,
if my
you know
boy
what
had
I
a
mean?
barbershop, I'm gonna go get my hair cut by him.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah,
That's how it's got to be, bro.
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Hell yeah, your boy got a podcast. You got to do the interview. No, you're gonna do other podcasts too. That's a
no,
bad
for sure.
comparison. Like no, you only doing interviews with us. Okay,
Only.
sign your life away.
Damn
boy.
Hell yeah. Yo, speaking of sign your life away, I think now's probably be a good time to let y'all know that this episode is actually sponsored by what these guys got on
Creature
their shirts.
Apparel, baby.
yeah,
Shout out
Creature
Jamar
Apparel.
Anthony, man. He did his thing with this. he took like literally a dream and made it into a reality, and on more than one occasion. He's got his own tattoo shop in Atlanta. He comes back and forth to Buffalo. He does work out here too if you can get him at the right spot. He does fantastic work. So shout out to Jamar Anthony. Shout out to Creature Apparel for the sponsor, baby.
Oh yeah.
It's fire merch. It's comfortable. Like
that's super. Isn't it? There's something on the back.
Oh yeah.
You got the logo on the back. Well, you're gonna see the logo right there down in the corner.
Yeah.
And shout out Creature Apparel, man, for real. Thank you for sponsoring the video.
Hell yeah.
We really appreciate you, man. And obviously you can see the work here, man. And those shirts, you've had those for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
They don't age.
Yeah, these were actually the original shirts he sent me to sponsor our first ever headline show.
Yeah.
In Cheektowaga. So yeah, no, they hold up, man.
2 then. 2
Yeah,
years,
that's dope.
something like that.
No, it's going on a year. It's going on a year.
Well, yeah, because they it's embroidered, right?
Yeah.
So it's straight up stitched into the shirt. That shit ain't
Yeah.
that shit lasts forever.
That's like high quality shit. Yeah.
Really high quality, affordable prices. I mean, like you can't go wrong. If you like a unique style, unique brand, you're looking for something different. Definitely look into Creature Apparel, man. He's got. You don't just make shirts either. He's got sweatpants, hoodies. You know what I mean? He does it all. So.
This episode has been sponsored by Creature Apparel. Adhere to your weird.
Yeah.
I've seen them hoodies too. He's got all the shit on the hood and shit.
Yeah.
I think you got that. Yeah, the yellow one.
Yeah, I had the yellow
That
one.
shit is
I
fire.
wore that for a music video that I also deleted.
What?
Yeah.
What music video?
It was the 2 a.m. one.
Why'd you delete that?
Why
Yeah.
are you deleting
You
music
wild.
videos?
This
Dude, I tell
Wow.
this man's all the
I
time.
would have said check out his music,
Always.
but he deleted it all.
I just feel like there's like as I get better, you know what I mean? Like now I feel like I've developed a sound.
Can I tell you
where
something?
I'm happy with it. You know
Can I tell you
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Don't do that.
No?
Yeah. You gotta leave
I
it
mean,
out there,
obviously
man.
you're an artist, so do whatever, do your thing. But like,
No.
I'm just
I see what
thinking-
you're saying, though.
I'm just thinking like, as like somebody who is like somebody's looking up your shit and they like your music and they want to like listen to all your stuff. If they know you got a song out and they can't find it, them motherfuckers gonna be pissed. I would be pissed.
Hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even if you had one person that tapped into 3 a.m. or was it 5 a.m., 3 a.m.?
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Well, because
2 a.m.
Faisal got a song called 5 a.m. and
Does he?
off, and you know what I'm saying? And
Does he?
Oh,
so
yeah.
my bad. So 2 a.m. That's the one you shot at in front of like Shade's Theater and shit, right?
Yeah, I did that one
was
with
like
Nova.
That was like
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, and
So
actually
I know
the
you
other
for a minute now. Yeah.
the other half of that video was actually shot in California on my iPhone.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so
Hell yeah.
but
Yeah,
Nova
that's
like
fun. Now it's
with
gone.
no yeah. It's gone.
No, it's
I,
not.
I,
Dude,
I'm pretty sure
I
it's in the
thought it was so
archive
fire,
somewhere,
dude.
but
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so fire.
It's
in
That
the
was one of my
archive
favorite
somewhere.
songs by
That
him,
was fire, bro.
but he didn't like it.
Yeah. It is what it is. Honestly, bro, I agree with him. I think you should not delete anything else now because obviously you know you're at a point where you love your music.
Yeah.
And you think you definitely know you're good enough.
right.
So even if you listen to a song from 2 years ago and you might not like it anymore, you know, at that point, it's not really there for you anymore. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's really there for other people to
Can I tell you
Right.
something?
discover you.
You know how many times I've seen interviews of like big artists and they ask them about like whatever song, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't like that song."
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Mhm.
Well, I could
Hell yeah.
definitely
Like,
Like
big
Wiz
ass
Khalifa.
artists.
Like Wiz Khalifa's
Yeah.
got mad songs from back in the day that we
Yeah.
think are bangers. And he's
Bro,
like,
you
hell
might
no.
not
Yeah,
you might
you know?
not like all the songs you put out, but at some point that was what you were feeling. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
And all the stuff you got to go through to record the song. Like
Yeah.
I barely like my own music because of some of the
Right.
stuff. I heard. Like,
Yeah. No, it's just
Now, when you
yeah, it's a
when you
struggle.
reflect on it now, like I see what you guys are saying, like all the
Mhm.
money and time
yeah,
spent into that.
I'm
and
just
shit,
looking at
but-
it like from that aspect, like because I could get why you would delete it too, because like
Yeah.
that's like your legacy almost. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You're looking at it as like your body of work, and you're like, nah, I don't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, all my new shit's super gas. now.
Yeah.
Like
So,
that old
like-
shit sucks.
So I feel you.
Yeah.
I think what you should do if you're gonna do that is literally just like switch it up a little bit. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Do like whatever it is, you know, switch it up. Do like a totally different style on a new album or whatever.
Right.
You know
right,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
People like
no,
to see
trust
the
me. Like,
progression.
like if you look at what I got out now, everything's different. So that's actually like that's why I'm saying like I feel like now I developed a sound that I really do love and appreciate, and I have no intentions of deleting anything that I got out now.
Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shouldn't. You should.
So,
you spent a
um,
lot of money.
yeah,
recently.
absolutely.
A lot of time, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Yo, speaking of that, so now let's talk about it. So you got a big song coming out, right? Probably one of your,
Yes.
not the biggest feature, because I know you had a feature with Troy Ave, right?
yeah,
You know, you had that feature and shit back in the day. You don't get the song anymore. He probably deleted it.
No,
It's
still out there.
You talk about the song you got coming out. Tell us about what's coming out, when it's coming out, and shit.
Yeah. Give me.
Thank you.
Here,
Hold on, give me
Taco,
one
could
sec.
you grab his vape real quick, just so Dave don't gotta get up?
Sorry, dude.
No, you good. You good. You good. It's just
should be
plugged
like
in right
that.
behind the tissue box.
Like fiend.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's rerun that question.
No, you're good.
So,
Appreciate it.
So yeah, bro, I want you to let's talk about the song you got coming out. I know you got a song coming out very soon. You tell us when it's coming out, who's the song with, where'd you record it? Talk about it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So May 1st, I got a song dropping with Ballistic Man. It's true. Buffalo's own native Ballistic Man. If you guys know who he is, man, he just had Buffalo Herd Fest last year. He brought Fat Joe out. No label. That was all him. All like just blood, sweat, and tears. He really doing this shit for real out there. He's getting big sponsors. I know he's got things with like Eyes Exclusive, and I'm pretty sure there'll come a time where he'll like to say all this stuff himself. But if you know who Ballistic Man is, you know how big of a deal this is to me. May 1st is dropping on all platforms. You could find it everywhere. It should be available by midnight. And I'm really looking forward to it. The type of vibe the song is, and the way it was just done is on a whole nother level. So I'm really excited for it. And Hydro Studios is actually where I recorded that. That's been my go-to studio. Shout out Hydro. That's my dude. And I know Ballistic Man actually ended up recording and doing his vocals with, I think his name's Ken with Outer Limits.
Yeah. Shout out Ken, too.
It was kind of like a back and forth type thing, but
Mm-hmm.
we got it done. The song is fantastic. I can't wait for y'all to see it, man. And hear it, rather. But yeah.
I was just saying, I heard some of it. You showed me. You almost showed me too much of it. I was like, yo, hold on. Because you still got to do the music video.
Yeah.
You about to do a video for it, right?
Yeah. May 1st. But I'm going to give you a little bit. Y'all see the little snippet at the end of this podcast.
Right,
yeah. So
because it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop in a couple weeks here, bro. So you might as well show them a little teaser. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So y'all gotta tap in on that song for real.
And on my Facebook page too, if you guys want to pre-save it, I got it pinned to the top of my profile. So if you guys want, like, you can follow the link, pre-save it, and
how do they? Since you're on that, how do they find you on social media?
Everywhere. Everywhere. I'm
spell your name and
Projekt Rizzo. It's Project, but with a K. Projekt Rizzo. I'm on Instagram at Projekt Rizzo. None of that 716, all that other stuff. It's just Projekt Rizzo. Spotify and Apple, Deezer, freaking Tidal.
Shit we never heard of.
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. YouTube. So just Projekt Rizzo. Just search me out, baby. Give me a follow.
Yeah, I'm on Apple Music. Instagram is Chimboy. Instagram Chimboy716, and then my Facebook is my government is Ashton McAvoy, MCEVOY. I don't know.
Spell your rap name though, because it is spelled a little different.
CHINBOI.
Yeah,
Chimboy.
Chimboy. That's Chimboy.
Yeah, well,
say it like that.
I like it. Like
I
I
had
like
that
that
nickname
though.
for the longest
Nah,
time.
I fuck with that because I say that shit all the time. Boy, what's up, boy?
Yo, can I tell you something? He said his name was Chin Boy. The first time I heard that, I looked at you. I'm like, so what is it about his chin? Like, why? I'm like,
he ain't got no chin.
You know
tell him the back.
because if you got a name like that, like if somebody calls you Sasquatch, like I'm gonna assume either you're really big or you're really small.
No, it's
Somebody
way more.
calls you
It's
Chin.
way more pettier than that. Tell
I
him the story how you
literally
got chin.
hold on. Can I tell you something? I literally looked at it and I was like, I bet you this got a butt chin. And I looked at him and I was like, he doesn't. So why the?
No, it's pettier than that.
Yeah, all right.
It's even worse than that.
Yeah, dude, it's like
tell
middle school, all this shit, you know. Everybody can't pronounce shit, right? So they're like running up to me saying Ashton, but they're saying Ashton.
Oh.
Like, and then a couple of my buddies picked up on it, and they're like, yo, Ashton, what's good? Like, walking up to me, shout out Nate and David, back when all that shit was popping.
I'm pretty sure I did it to this man before.
Yeah,
and with the look of he's about to punch me in the face, he's like, just call me Chin.
Yeah. I got mad heated one day, and then I kind of just stuck from that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yo, Chin,
Yeah,
like,
hell
it's good.
yeah.
Half the people that like get introduced of me, like before I meet them, they think I'm Asian, and it's like they meet a white kid and they're like, "What the? Like, who's this chin?"
Yeah, I know
Like,
this is
yo,
totally off topic, but I want to see how many of you guys knew this. Did you guys know that Rob Schneider is partially Asian?
Yeah, I did find that
Yeah, I
out
did
recently
not know
though.
that.
In the
I had
last
no clue.
Bro, the last couple years I found that shit out.
Yeah,
I don't even
that's-
know how.
I did
I think
not
I
know
saw
that.
like a picture of him with his parents.
I found that out. I think he was doing a comedy thing.
Oh
Like,
yeah, on
and
like
yeah.
Netflix or something.
yeah, and he said it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I
We've
did
been
not know
watching
that.
Rob Schneider since we were little
Yeah.
babies, bro.
Hell yeah.
Deuce Bigelow.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say
Oh,
that.
that's the best. Bro,
That's a huge bitch.
You ever throw a hot dog in a hallway? A toothpick in a coal mine?
Yeah.
Yo, the Tourette's girl had me rolling.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Man, shout out Rob Schneider, man.
Yo, for real.
That's our
Yo.
childhood right there.
Yes,
That
sir.
ass, man. Shout out Adam Sandler too. Like,
So,
Yeah.
so I got
Sandler,
a
you
question. So how did you actually like get tapped in with Ballistic Man to even like put out a song like that? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. So I've always known of Ballistic Man for as far as I can remember. I know he did this song with GKG Boy and Shane Grams, I think. And they put that out. I forget the name of the song, but it was really good. And I started following him then. And then when Nova was doing the Code Red Global thing, they were working with each other there.
Damn.
So like he's always just been around, but like now with this whole Buffalo herd thing that he's got going on, like to join the herd, like he's got he's building an empire, bro.
Hell yeah.
And he's actually tapped in with the Mighty Herd recording studio that I record with Hydro
Yeah. Okay.
over on
Yep.
Hurdle Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a few times on numerous different occasions where he's actually been at the studio where I've been lucky enough to actually engage in conversation with him and just talk about the game and just pick his brain apart and like really understand the way he's doing things. You know what I mean? And we just got to talking. We figured out all the details and we made it happen, man.
Oh yeah.
So
No, it's
I'm excited for it.
You've been building that relationship up for a minute, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
For real, because you didn't just like jump in and be like, oh, you know who I am, bro. We should do a song. No, you're like, I'm gonna support his businesses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask him maybe a couple questions about how I could do things better.
Yeah, he actually
You
he pulled up
approached him
to
in a good way.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
He
saying?
he pulled up to me and Chin's show back at Luna
Oh,
Lounge
hell
when
yeah,
we
yeah.
headlined.
Right, yeah.
Gave us that nice endorsement.
Man, shout out
Hell yeah.
Ballistic Man.
Yeah,
For
shout
real.
out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout
For
out
real.
Ballistic Man. He's a real one, dog.
Really
For
for
real.
real.
Really putting on for the city, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Maybe
Absolutely.
one day we'll get him on the podcast. You never know.
Hey,
we
maybe.
ain't we
You
ain't
never know.
reaching. We ain't reaching, bro. You know what I mean? But we ain't reaching. Maybe he'll see us one day. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out Beliz, man.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So May 1st, man. Be on the lookout. What's the name of the song?
It's called Miss Her.
Miss Her. Okay.
Miss Her.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. So it's almost like a love song, rap song, like kind of. Right?
Yeah. Y'all see.
Hey, all right.
Oh, they gonna see a little
All
bit.
right, so
See?
so it's the Buffalo Experience podcast. We gotta ask you. Obviously, like we know both y'all are from maybe not like from Buffalo exactly, but like greater Buffalo area. Like that's hell yeah, y'all are from Buffalo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's your like favorite thing about Buffalo, or like your favorite spot, or like what do you love
So-
about Buffalo? Why are you still here? You know what I mean?
My favorite thing about Buffalo is
Yeah.
the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Hell
The
yeah.
fact that we are blessed enough to have an NFL team,
Hell yeah.
even
Shout
though
out
they don't
Josh-
actually play in Buffalo.
Shout out Josh Allen.
But Josh
Facts.
Allen, league MVP. You know what I'm saying? You fucking earned that shit.
Hell yeah.
That's my favorite thing about Buffalo is the fact that we are blessed enough to have an NFL team to support and have, like in football season, have that Sunday to prep and get ready and just be a maniac.
Hell
Go
yeah.
tailgating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the greatest thing in the world.
That's a big reason why Buffalo's on the map so much.
Dude,
Yeah.
this year
Yeah.
was crazy. This year, like I'm not like a big like football fan in general, but like this year was like the first year I watched every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was
Because
there.
it's good. It's good to see.
Hell
Stuck
yeah.
on
I
that
was there
ground
showing
for
up in my bill
years.
shit every game
Right.
we had.
You didn't even have
And
bill
that
shit
shit was
before you
fun.
started
Yeah.
buying bill
Yeah.
shit. It's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we doing
Nah,
good.
no, you know what? I didn't have bill shit until my ex bought me some shit.
Shout out
She's
to
like,
the ex.
Shout
bro.
out,
Yeah.
shout out ex girlfriend.
She's like,
Hell yeah.
you need something to wear when we go watch this game.
but
Nah.
my favorite thing, and like a lot of people, like they don't, a lot of like I know a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't realize that if we're around Buffalo, we got Niagara Falls like in our backyard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the wonders of the world.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
And like especially at nighttime, when they got the lights going on the Horseshoe Falls, it's
fact.
beautiful.
It is,
It is,
yeah.
bro.
And
It is.
I'd say one of my favorite things to do around here is, you know, either if it's by myself, but mainly I like to take wifey out there and just
Yeah.
have a moment. You know what I'm
Hell yeah.
saying? Soak it all in, just really enjoy. It's really our spot. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. that's
And you
awesome.
got the
You ever not to cut you off. You ever been to I think it's called Three Sisters? I'm like slurring my words right now. You ever been to Three Sisters Island, I think it's called?
yes, I think I have.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
spot over there.
Yeah, I love Goat Island too.
Yeah.
Like, Goat Island's nice.
You walk right up to that shit.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
like it's when I was smoking heavy, I don't really smoke weed anymore, but when I was smoking heavy, I would really love to sit over by the benches and just park by the rapids and just
Yeah.
watch the water go.
Hell yeah.
It's like
Because it's so fast.
Yeah,
too,
it's
right?
so intimidating.
It's
Like I could die
relaxing,
right now
too.
if I
Yeah.
went in there.
Yeah, and it's not fenced up, nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's just there, and to just feel it, like feel the roar, feel it. So if we got any viewers that aren't from Buffalo and want to come and check out the Niagara Falls, do so.
Hell yeah.
You know, and they're doing pyro and like fireworks almost every night now. So
really?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
almost every night.
Oh, we
Yeah.
about to pull up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Canada is the
Yeah.
one that does, but you see them. You know what I mean? It's right there. So,
Okay.
but they have the lights on every night, even in the winter. Usually when the Bills are playing too, it's red and blue. But
Yeah.
Nice.
Word.
you know they.
Yeah, bro, that's so fire, bro.
Yeah.
We are lucky to have the falls right there.
Yeah.
We are.
We really
Yeah.
are. Niagara Falls in general isn't an amazing place to
Can I-
live, but
yeah,
can I
right
tell
by
you
the
something
falls,
about
it's
that?
beautiful.
Yo, I always every time somebody says something about the falls, I always laugh because like, man, the Canadian side and the Buffalo side are like night and day.
Yeah.
Bro, I went over there. I'm like, this is the fall. Like we're still in.
It's crazy. Like the tourists will come.
Wild. Like,
Like you got like literally the Seneca Niagara Casino. 5 minutes that way, you're in the hood and you're hearing gunshots. 5 minutes the other way, it's beautiful, and you got the falls and all of these tourist attractions and everything. So
Yeah.
like, if you come out here, do make sure you read into the the hotels and
Be
the
careful.
places that you're gonna just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure you read
Yeah.
into where like the areas that you're gonna be staying and stuff,
Be
especially if
aware
it's
of
an
your
Airbnb.
surroundings. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the actual place, like it's beautiful, and it's one of the things you gotta experience. And we're lucky enough to be able to go visit whenever we want. So
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Bro,
one of my favorite things to
It
do. in
take me
Buffalo.
20 minutes to get to the falls, bro.
Yeah.
so
I
is
don't know
that-
what else.
So is
questions
that
you
it?
have,
What
but-
else were you were kind of like talking about other shit too about Buffalo, but
Yeah, I
think
mean,
kinda-
other the Bills, Niagara Falls,
Buffalo, the Bills, the Falls.
I'm not a big hockey fan,
Yep.
so I'm not gonna really talk about the Sabres.
I don't know. I really like most of the community, man. Like
Yeah.
if you really reach out and do something,
really is
you
the
can
city
make
of
it-
good
you can make
neighbors.
a difference. Like
I tell people that
Yeah,
people
yeah.
don't and people don't believe me. I'm like, dog, like I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
I know, like, you know, times get sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every city has like some places you might not want to go,
right.
but overall, some good ass fucking people.
Hell
here.
yeah,
Every
it
place
is,
has
it
its
is.
ups and its downs.
Yeah,
We have great
yeah.
food.
For
we
sure.
have great entertainment. Like anytime that I'm driving, like 3 a.m. shoveling snow, dude, I'm going through the Skyway and like I can smell the Cheerios, and I'm like, dude, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Like,
It
you know,
is,
it's
bro.
like-
I couldn't
Oh, yeah.
imagine what it would be like.
General
if it didn't
Mills.
smell like that.
yeah, bro.
Shout out General Mills.
Yeah,
man.
General Mills.
For real. My mom lives right by the arena.
Hell yeah.
So you go. Her
Shout
front
out-
porch, bro, smells
shout
like
out the arena.
It's funny because it smells like Cheerios, but to me, it kind of sometimes there's a sweetness in there.
I think they do
Sometimes-
Lucky Charms too.
I was just
yeah.
gonna say
Yo.
that. So sometimes there's a sweetness in the air, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I always smell Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I mean,
love
I
it.
think another cool thing about Buffalo is that like we do have an arena downtown, so like you get those extra events like WWE.
Hell yeah.
And
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
Monster Jam
really
came
is a
in
cool.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
that was wild.
You know, you get concerts, you get like the big name artists like Drake and
Yeah.
things like that, and be able to experience that and just like be in awe, like yo, that could be us one day. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
it's
Hell
crazy. That's really one of my ambitions and one of the goals.
Bro,
of mine
Lil
is being
Wayne
able
came to that arena before.
Yes, he did.
And I missed that shit.
Yeah. And then like we got Darien Lake too. That's another big spot
Yeah.
where artists come to perform at. So it's like
So close.
really like I need to like Buffalo and the surrounding areas. It's really I like Western New York. It's nice, man. It's a good to me. It's a good place to live if you could do with the snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used
And
yeah.
shit,
You gotta
He'd be making a living off it in the winter, bro. That's
Sucks.
how serious. That's how
Sucks.
serious it is here, man.
Plowing businesses, all that.
Not because
Yeah.
I want to.
I feel like if you're gonna be,
shit. I can't
Here's the
cut
thing.
grass. I gotta mow lawn, or I gotta push
here's
snow.
all you need. You'll be all right as long as you get these little things that my mom got. They'll save you if you're living in Buffalo. They're like it's like having cleats pretty much. It's like this like rubber thing that you stretch over your shoe.
yeah, I've seen those. I've
Yo,
seen
will
people have
fucking
those.
save you.
Yeah.
Because like you could be like my landlord right now. Dude literally spent like 3.5 months in a rehab because when it was like snowing and all that, like, you know, temperature kept fluctuating, and then we had like 2 feet of ice formed pretty much, and dude like slipped down the driveway and himself up, busted his like knee and his elbow and shit.
So that sounds like something I saw at work. I was like, it's like.
So that's the thing. Buffalo's awesome, but like, man, you better be ready for the winter. Like, you
yeah,
gotta be
I
ready.
remember-
You gotta
I
have.
remember-
You gotta like. If you got like a vehicle, you gotta know like. You got like a rear wheel drive truck. You better have sandbags. You better have a shovel.
Yeah, last season we had
know what I mean?
studded tires.
You
So-
gotta. There's certain shit you gotta do to live in
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
That's why. That's I think part of the reason why I love Buffalo is because like. You gotta be strong to live in Buffalo,
Yeah.
man. You can't be weak living here, dog.
Listen, one thing I learned living in Buffalo is if they are out of rock salt, you go to your nearest pool supply store and buy the pool salt. Works the same. It's not pet friendly,
Oh yeah.
but it works the same way.
Oh yeah.
Melts the ice, baby. So
Damn, I wish I knew that.
yeah.
I didn't slip on the ice, but I had that ice on my driveway.
was hella
Hey,
ice
even
in
your
them
table
too.
salt will work too. I've been, trust me,
Yeah,
I've been
you-
there. I've been there when I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not walking through this death trap.
I remember
Like,
we had an
fuck
event
that.
in school the one time back when I was in like elementary school, and we had like the news crew come, and one of the reporters actually broke his ankle on his way out.
Damn.
Wild.
He slipped on ice, so it's like it's at any time. Man, ice is dangerous, man. It really is.
That's why I
It
say,
sounds
man,
as
those
stupid as it
fucking
sounds. It is, man.
Those little cleat things,
Mhm.
definitely worth it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Especially for,
we're
like-
one of the highest rated throughways in the world that get in the most accidents in the wintertime too.
Really?
Yeah, like it's
Well, I mean, makes sense.
It
Every time it
does.
snows here, people pretend like,
mhm.
oh, hey, I just learned how to drive yesterday.
Yeah.
yeah.
Learn how to
Fucking
mud.
drive in the snow.
No,
I've been
but
doing
you-
this my whole life.
See, that's crazy though, because like
And
I
everybody
actually
else
drove to Florida once, and I think I was somewhere in like South Carolina,
Yeah.
and a big huge rainstorm came out of nowhere, and it wasn't just drops, dude, it was buckets. And I'm driving down the throughway, and I don't know what to do. I'm doing like 20 miles per hour, and everybody's flying past me, and I'm just like shaking, bro, in the middle lane. I'm like, but it's like you adapt to where you live, really.
Hell yeah.
Like that little rainstorm, that rainstorm to me was huge, but to them it's like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you
That's
doing 20
like-
miles? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like people in Texas. Yo, people in Texas are just built different. You
Yeah.
can't touch nothing. Walking around, he's just pick up a rattlesnake and toss it.
Right,
Like,
right.
And that's normal
I
shit.
got a lock. Like,
Like,
It's crazy.
fuck that.
crazy.
That's
we don't,
why, like,
we don't really got no
Buffalo,
deadly animals.
we barely
really,
got
nah.
mosquitoes
Most
here,
can't
dog.
survive, bro. They can't survive long enough, you know.
We got the most annoying thing is mosquitoes.
Yeah, but when they come around, they come in like gang shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but they're tiny.
you swat one off you, there's another one right after.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
be
I think
getting
they're
eaten
almost
up, bro.
it's almost like more annoying up here because like at least down south they're biggest because they've been eaten.
Oh yeah.
So
They-
like
yeah, they- some
you
of
can
the
swat
bitches
them
5
pretty
years
good,
old.
you know what I mean? But like when they're small, they get away from you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
facts.
So
Yeah.
yeah, fuck
Hell
that.
yeah, man.
That's why I live here
For
for all
sure.
that shit.
I love it here, man. I love
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would move. You know, you never know what could happen though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
We all
Yeah,
probably
it's
in the
true.
same boat, bro.
yeah, my girl was
you know.
talking about moving to like East Texas or something like that, Northeast Texas or something like that, and I was just like, like it's nice, not too hot there, but like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna we're gonna buy land or like buy a house?
Yeah.
Like, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah,
Listen,
if you
listen,
had a
I don't-
plan, hell yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Yo, in Texas, did you know that they have They're like public property. They set them up in public locations. They're literally like people sprinklers. It's literally
I didn't know
there
that.
just to cool random people off, like
Yeah,
to set it up in like.
it makes sense though, because like you got to think about like how those days. Like I mean, I don't know about there, but like Arizona,
Yeah.
crazy. I went out there to visit my brother when he was living out there, and the one day it did rain, it poured, and I went inside. I think I made like a cup of coffee or something stupid. It was very quick, and I come back out, it's completely dry. I'm like.
What the hell just happened?
What happened?
Oh, it's been a rain.
I'm talking
all day.
like
I'm
there was
gonna
like
enjoy my
there was like a 20-foot puddle just right there, and now it's literally completely bone dry. It's
Yeah.
nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, because
but,
the ground just suck it in, bro.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they need the
and
rain.
it's so dry in there, like it's like it just absorbs right back up. It's
Yep. It is crazy.
Yeah.
It ain't like that here, bro. We have
Mm-mm.
puddles
No,
for a
fuck
week
no.
straight.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That
for
puddle will be there all week.
Then that puddle
Yeah.
turns into ice.
yeah, right.
Yep.
For real.
In the middle of April.
Shit, that shit'll melt and turn back into ice too. That's how bad it is over
Yeah,
here.
dude, we just
sometimes.
started spring cleanups, and then like through the middle of my day, it started snowing. I'm like, what? Like 3 seasons
Bro,
in a day.
seeing
That's
that,
wild.
seeing that snow the other day pissed me
Yeah.
off. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
yeah.
Today's beautiful. though.
Listen,
Yeah,
me
it is.
too.
It's a
I'm
beautiful
bro. I'm
perfect
building
day.
my Harley right now. Every day, I'm like, I want to just like take it out, like at least like ride around the block or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's cold as hell too. Just going around the block.
And every
you know?
time every time it gets below 30, they put salt on the roads too.
Yeah.
so-
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Got to though. You get a
Yeah.
little bit of moisture though. It
Facts.
just turns into black ice or
For real. For
Yeah,
real.
ice
That's
in
true.
general. So
Yeah, shit's crazy, man. But yo,
Yeah. So
yeah, I think we plugged out. I mean, is there anything else that you want to plug as far as either you go with the
Any-
music or anything?
yeah.
like
Anything
that?
you're working
yeah,
on?
I mean like me
any
and
fucking-
my boy, me and Chim Boy, we got music out together. We got Batty. We got a couple music videos with Nova.
Hell yeah.
Everything's
Fake
on
compliments,
YouTube.
Stay
so-
true.
Fake compliments is fire.
Yeah, that's
And
our
that music
best-
video
that's-
is fire.
yeah.
Literally,
that
you
the
did
one-
a fire.
Was that the one you put out? Yo, was
That
that
shit
the
was
one you
shout
put
out
out with
sodas on the
the
gas.
he was in the charger or whatever?
No, that was that. I think that was Granted, right?
That was the one
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
put
some-
out.
yeah.
Yo, that was fire. That
We
was
were,
that was good.
We were at the montage. Some dude just let me hop in his Hellcat.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Why
I remember
not?
that shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Shout
love
out that
shit.
guy.
Shout out to that guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nah. Just make sure you guys stay tapped in. May 1st, I got that song coming out with Ballistic Man. I got music that's been released. I got music coming like literally all year. So
Oh, yeah.
I got like a catalog ready to go. It's just trying to find the right moments, the right back, and build a fan base, all that good stuff. As an upcoming artist, is definitely challenging, but I'm doing what I got to do here. I know
Yeah,
you know
for
the
sure.
struggle. You know the
Hell
struggle.
yeah, man.
And I know
Yeah.
Taco know the struggle.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a grind out here, man. But
It is.
Dead President's
Yeah.
remix on the way.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
word?
Shout out
Yeah.
Jay Z.
Shout out Jay-Z.
We love you, Jay Z, but we killed your
Wait,
song.
you boys both did a song together on
Yeah, I
that?
already got
yeah.
my verse finished for Dead President's remix, and
Word.
waiting on him to get through.
Yeah, I just gotta get it to the studio, get that.
Yeah.
It's
Word.
done. I just gotta get there and get that done.
Wait,
but,
wasn't Jay-Z wasn't that a cover too though? I'm pretty sure the original
it?
Dead Presidents was like from the fucking
he
90s.
has it promoted out like it's his song,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
So I don't know the whole history behind it. All I know
Yeah.
is we killed that shit.
I mean,
I'm pretty
if
sure
he-
that
if he
was like
did, I never
there
heard
was
it.
like there was like a Wu-Tang song or something like that,
That'd
or
be-
like
I
a
don't know.
Nas. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't Jay-Z. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z did a cover of it.
I can't think
Yeah.
of what song it is.
I'll
honestly,
claim my
because-
ignorance on
But
that.
pretty
sure.
Jay-Z's version was like way, got a lot more views and
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it was, I know it just from Jay Z doing it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I might want to look into that though.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
if it's
facts.
Yeah,
somebody
fuck
else,
yeah.
wanna-
I think the song you're thinking is the Nas song. It's like Dead Presidents to Represent Me.
That's what I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
That
that's
song's
the
called
big-
that song's called Represent, I think.
is it?
By Nas.
See,
ain't it?
Jay Z has that as Dead President, so
Yeah.
he must have sampled that song.
I wonder
Yeah,
if it's
see,
the
that's
same,
yeah, okay,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one of the
That's-
things
yeah.
I like
Shout
about
out Nas.
Yeah,
then.
shout
that's
out
one of the
Shout
things
out,
that I like
man.
about music is like sometimes your favorite song you don't even know.
Yeah, facts.
It's like a cover of like a cover of
Yeah.
a cover of a cover
Hell
of
yeah.
like a song from
Some
the
shit
fucking
from like
40s.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that.
Like-
yeah, yep.
You know what I mean?
A lot of
Hell
people
yeah.
don't know that with the Ice Baby song.
And then we're
like
Yeah.
that
you
was
know what I mean? They're like original like lollipop
Classic
songs,
hits
and
back
we're
in
just
the day.
we're just
Right.
rapping
That's awesome.
trap lyrics
Right.
over,
Yeah.
over it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
People
They only had it available on record player and shit
Right,
back in the
yeah,
day. That's
yeah.
it. They didn't even have cassettes yet. And
Yeah.
shit.
facts.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Facts.
I love music, bro. For real.
Nah, man, but like, yo, shout out Fatman's Pizza. Them wings were delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Jamar Anthony and Creatures Apparel.
Yeah.
Rocking out that merch. Make sure y'all go get that merch, man.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Creature Apparel, man. So
yeah, go check them out. CreatureApparel.com.
I think it's more of like an Instagram.
I don't know.
You might have a website.
Maybe like a shop or something.
Yeah.
He's got linked or something.
Yeah.
I
know
he's
he
on
plugs
Facebook.
out. He's more
Word.
of like that like the tattoos and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But like you can't.
What's the name of his tattoo shop?
It's Forensic Ink.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Forensic Ink. The mastermind behind all of it is Jamar Anthony. Okay. He has his own creature page on Instagram though. I think there might be a link to be able to go purchase.
Yeah, we'll put the link for Creature Apparel down low, because if you see these shirts, man, and you want one,
they're definitely some fire shirts.
He ain't living in Buffalo no more, but I'm sure he'd be shipping it all around.
Oh yeah,
Why
absolutely,
wouldn't he, bro? That shit is
all different colors.
Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, right there, like both those colors.
And I mean, these ain't all he got, man. Like he's got a huge selection of merch to choose from. So pick what fits you.
Yeah.
Adhere to your weird.
And like I said, that's the slogan. And bro, there's a huge logo on the back of the shirt. Too.
Yeah.
He's got the hand on the sleeve. It's got
I got some dog hair too. You know?
He got some joint. He got some joint on the other side too, like the other sleeve.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he be putting something on every part of the shirt. You know.
And it ain't no Walmart like you put it in your dryer, it shrinks. Like I've probably washed these shirts thousands of times and they still fit great. Yeah. So it's high quality material.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's basically true fit to size. So hell yeah, man. It's
word.
Yeah, shout out Creature Apparel, Jamar Anthony. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate it, man. It was really great having you boys on here, man.
Man.
That shit was smooth.
Pleasure, man.
That shit was smooth. You know, it was nice talking to you guys. I knew it would go smooth. We could go for hours.
Oh yeah, and we learned, we learned some shit too.
Hell yeah,
I didn't know half that. You know,
yeah. There's a lot of shit I didn't know about the fights and all that shit.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't
we
know
could go
about,
on and on.
I didn't know
and on
about you getting hit by a car. I didn't know about
that.
Man.
Yeah,
Shit,
for real.
So
right?
We learned a lot about you boys, and it was nice having you for real.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you boys, man. All right.
Hell yeah. This is the Buffalo Experience Podcast. I'm rolling with Big Dave.
I'm Mo Teeks.
I'm Projekt Rizzo.
I'm Chin Boy.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
I'm giving you full control. Full control. Honestly, it's a lie. I told you you were my rock. Now I just question why I ever got involved. You ran out with my heart. Now I feel like I got robbed. You mad about my lifestyle and praying I don't pop. I'm checking my DMs.
This episode has been sponsored by Creature Apparel.
Adhere to your weird.